welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic.
And you're... Woo!
And we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid. We'll see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
Alright, welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, where certain people like to touch their hair too much. And we won't point any people out or call names, but she's wearing an up down down shirt and she breaks stuff. Yes, that's right. We have Amy and Miley on the show again because they were gonna come back and then they didn't. And
oh my god!
They finally watched the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness, and they're probably not caught up on it, but I'm sure they watched like one episode.
I'm in like episode 2.
There's like 6 episodes.
I've watched them all with Bailey.
I haven't.
Anyway, we are here to talk about our NXT review for 420, which 420, but which ended up being kind of a sad day. Unfortunately, Chyna did pass away, which I still can't wrap that around my head. I don't know if it's set in with DJ or Amy and Miley. I know I'm old. I get it. Y'all are probably too young to understand. Because, DJ always makes fun of me for being old. But, yeah, did you guys have any thoughts on that? We were going to have you on the video yesterday, but, somebody was helping people and, being nice. And, why would you do that? Why would you help people move?
Thank you.
16-year friendship. Come on, guys. 16-year friendship. And I got food.
Was it at least good food?
Yes. It was steak and potatoes.
I texted Amy yesterday morning when we found out Chyna died. I think it was at 6 a.m. I literally was like, Chyna died, and she said, what? And then she looked it up, and it was crazy, I think, because I didn't know actually on, 420, because I don't think anybody really found it out until, Thursday morning. So it was just kind of crazy waking up and hearing about it.
Yeah, she was only 45. It's crazy to think that she's gone so soon. She'd pioneer in women's wrestling for sure.
Yeah, I know we were talking about it, and we're kind of, at least I'm worried because I know all the media is going to be like, oh, it was steroids, professional wrestling, blah, 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 because anytime any professional wrestler dies of any sort of overdose, it automatically goes to, the steroid use, and it's not going to, obviously it's not going to be good for WWE, but it's just unfortunate, and it's surprising. Also, we're wondering if they're finally going to put her into the Hall of Fame. I know on the Stone Cold podcast, Triple H was saying that they weren't going to put her in, but they might change their minds. I don't know. Probably not. But at the end of the day, it's Vince's decision. But away from sad news, we're going to go into happiness and butterflies and not unicorns. The New Day weren't on the show. But Enzo was on the show, which is always good, because Enzo, he's a certified G. And don't you mute your mic, DJ. Is that a kitty? Hold up.
It is! Oh my god, it's a kitten! Sorry.
Is there a kitten?
Oh, look at
Oh,
him.
it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Don't get this one. No, she's trying to get my cat. I don't want this.
We have a kitten on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. That needs to be...
First time ever.
It's like a
Oh my god.
Debut.
Oh my
Wait.
god. There's so many cats right now. I don't have one. I feel left out.
You should get a cat. Do you want mine? You can have her.
I have an old cell phone.
Oh my god.
Lord,
Look how cute it is.
I have an old cell phone.
It's like a dinosaur.
Wow. Wow.
That's when you know. That's when you know Casey's old. He's got that cell phone.
Anyway, get into the show. So we opened up with Enzo and Cass versus American Alpha, the match that was set up last week after American Alpha broke into an empty arena because that's what they do. They like to make you think that they're this wholesome tag team. They're good guys. They break in. They break into empty arenas, and it's just horrible. But anyway, this was a great match. Definitely was sort of in a way a dream match. It was a match that we haven't seen yet. Enzo and Cass versus American Alpha. It was non-title, which was okay. Although, and I know DJ is gonna fight this. He's gonna fight it. But American Alpha cheated. They cheated. You can only drop the straps one time per match. Jason Jordan, he put him back up again and dropped him twice. No, you can't do that. It's one time. It's in WWE rulebook. I read it. I saw it. It's there. It's just travesty. They cheating to win a match that they couldn't win. But DJ, any thoughts on the cheating?
There was no cheating.
American.
There was no cheating, actually. There was no cheating, Casey, I think, is the issue. It just seems like, Enzo and Cass are kind of like Ryan. They just can't win the big one. And, it's unfortunate. Even though I do think they're going to win the tag titles coming up here in this tournament. But I ain't going to talk about that. We on NXT. We talking about NXT. They can't win the big one in NXT. And, you can drop the straps down as many times as your arms will let you. Put him back up. Then he could have did 3 times. I saw it coming, but Enzo couldn't take no more. He couldn't take it.
3 times is an automatic DQ. 3 times.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how that works.
But I did think this was a good match. I enjoyed it. Still, I wish they would do this with a lot of people. Especially instead of having all these stupid jobber matches, just build the jobbers up and make them legit threats to the tag team division, because they ain't gonna tell me Angelo Dawkins won't just. I'm just saying, I can't get over this. I know he eating and everything, but I can't get over this from last week. They ain't gonna play me like that.
All right, DJ is not going to get played. Amy, Miley, Amy, Amy, and Eiley.
Melee.
Yeah. Maylee.
It worked. Go ahead.
Any? Did you enjoy the cheating?
So this match was like 15 minutes long. Just thought I'd let you know that if you didn't realize it. It was a really long match, and it was very one-sided. Definitely American Alpha. Enzo, I don't think, got the first tag until about 9 minutes in, which was crazy. They definitely kind of just made American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Gable look extremely strong. Which they're pushing because they are the tag champs, and Enzo and Cass are moving on up, into bigger and better things. But I think it was mostly just to kind of, give that push, that, there is a new tag team. American Alpha has been around for a while now, but it's kind of, in NXT, people prefer Enzo and Cass over pretty much anybody tag team-wise. So it's kind of, I think, that push to make them look a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. Also, with Enzo and Cass, they don't need to win the big one to be put over with any crowd. They can just show up and people will say, "How you doing?" That's just them. They're one of the, I'd say, better tag teams coming out of NXT, and a great tag team to put someone over. I think that's what that match was for, to put American Alpha over, because those two are very talented young men. They remind me of Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, to be honest. I see DJ. I believe that's the reincarnation of World's Greatest Tag Team. It was a good match. Definitely showed the strong sides of Jordan and Gable. And they definitely singled out Cass for that, Enzo for that, because Big Cass, that's kind of hard to manhandle right there. But I don't know. I liked it. I am a fan of both. I prefer, Enzo and Cass. But I see what the match was there for.
Yeah, I definitely think I see Enzo and Cass kind of like Bray Wyatt, where they're so over they don't need their gimmicks definitely that necessarily don't need titles, even though we want to see them get titles. You know, they had their Raw debut and everybody knew who they were. Even Vince McMahon was impressed. And when Vince McMahon is impressed on your debut, you know you're doing something right.
I mean, even Rabbit Jones said they didn't botch.
And that is that when Rabbit Jones says you don't botch, you are the man. Uh, but anyway, yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what they do with them, even though WWE is putting them up against the Vaudevillains. Why you got to put up teams that I like against each other? Why?
Good entertainment.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I don't know who I want to win. It's a lose-lose situation, and it's a win-win situation. It's like,
So it's a win-lose situation.
shut
Either
up.
way, you're gonna be happy. Just
Yeah,
listen
but then
to the match.
at the same time, I'm gonna be sad.
I mean, I want to see Enzo and Cass win because I want to see Enzo and Cass and the New Day cutting promos on each other.
How you do?
That's the dream.
That would be amazing. Anyway, moving on, we got Apollo Crews talking about how he doesn't like bullies. I'm guessing he's probably going to team with like Ryback because
Eric
Ryback
Rowan.
like
He
bullies.
gonna team with Eric Rowan. Remember that time Eric Rowan turned face and was like, "I don't like bullies."
It's it's going to be Apollo, Eric Rowan, and Ryback. The anti-bullies. It's going to be great. Any thoughts on this promo, anyone? Because I didn't really. Yeah.
Team be a star. I like it.
There you go.
Team be a star. Yeah. Book it, WWE.
No, I don't have any thoughts. I was confused going into this match though because I was like, so they're gonna let Apollo Crews job to Samoa Joe and then like be a bona fide man on the main roster? Wait, I don't get it.
I don't know. Probably just to put Samoa over, to be honest. I mean, Apollo is loved in NXT, and he's loved in the main roster right now. So, and he matches up good with him, at least physically, because not too many people can take on Joe physically. So, just put him over, in my opinion.
Yeah. I guess.
It's been a solid 5 seconds since Molly played with her hair.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying really hard. I'm playing with my Fitbit. It's okay.
Right. It's gonna last like 2 more seconds. I mean, notice at most of the time we can only see half of her head.
You can say,
And there goes the hair.
like,
Oh, there it is. There it is. I saw it. Anyway, we got Alexander Wolf, a large German man. I don't know why I had to say that, but he is a large German man. Versus No Way Jose.
Oh.
First of all, this man's ring name is literally No Way Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Racist. Not you, WWE. This is one of those racist gimmicks that they like to throw on us and act like it's not racist because it's fun, right?
I mean, but it's not. I don't.
No Way Jose.
If he was Hispanic, maybe.
I mean, Dominican is the same mold.
You know what? Whatever.
I don't know.
He looks black.
What's happening? What's happening is, they gave up on Fandango with the dancing gimmick. Then they gave up on Adam Rose with the partying gimmick, and they're like, you know what? Let's put them both together. Third time's the charm. They're gonna give up on this in like 2 weeks.
It's a bad combination of Xavier Woods and Fandango, is what it is.
It is. It is.
It's horrible because in that match, all I see is this stinking dancing, and I'm like, stop. Just stop. This is stupid.
I didn't think the match was that bad. I've actually looked up this guy. I forgot his other ring name, but I've seen some of his indie matches, and he's not bad. It's just I feel like there's something missing with his gimmick. Like he needed some sort of entourage or something.
I mean, the man got 3 names. That can't be much missing. He got 3 names for 1 name.
They need to just let him straight out wrestle, because his indie matches are pretty good. I've seen a few, and just let the man wrestle. Forget the stupid dancing.
Yeah.
In my
I mean,
opinion.
I mean, I don't get it though. How they gonna give him 3 names when they know they're gonna only drop it down to one eventually? You know how WWE is. They don't like multiple.
Hey.
But this match, I liked it. I like No Way Jose for some reason. I obviously like people who no one likes. And No Way Jose is one of those.
I,
I saw him. I saw him as a Dominican Fandango. I did. I kind of liked that the dancing was incorporated into the moveset. I like the gimmick, but it won't last. It could last in NXT, but it won't last on the main roster. We've seen it too much. We've seen it happen too much. So I feel like it's not gonna last if it gets to the main roster.
I feel like with WWE anymore, they rely on these gimmicks that are crowd like participation like based, like the fandangoing, now this dancing.
Wait, I was like, what are you?
You rely more on just these guys' natural talent in the ring and then build up.
I mean, like we said though, or like I said last week, a lot of these gimmicks aren't supposed to work. It still is developmental. It's still supposed to develop them as learning how to play a character. So some of these are like, let's try this out and see if he can do this, and then we'll give him something calmer later. But one that's perfect, Casey, you know, 10.
I hate, I hate it so much.
What?
It's terrific. He's the best. He's a perfect 10.
All right, Amy and Miley, do you have any thoughts on this match that aren't involved with a perfect 10?
It was not a perfect 10 match.
No.
I was bored. I'm not gonna lie. I may or may not have been like I would skip a little bit. I just wasn't enjoying it. I don't know. I don't enjoy the gimmick, and then I don't enjoy that little I'm gonna wind up for the pitch and I'm gonna punch you. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah. his finisher has got me feeling some type of way, and I'm a real big baseball fan. But I'm sorry, but this is
my issue was, what does baseball have to do with No Way Jose at all?
Baseball is big in the Dominican, though. It really is.
I don't know where the Dominican
Republic is. And here we go. What was it? Geography with Miley?
I feel like it's somewhere
It's geography with Miley.
It might be west. We're just gonna go with that.
She doesn't know where the Dominican Republic is, but she can tell you how long a match was.
Right. So back to that. Honestly, I was rooting for the German guy, Alexander Wolf, I think.
The Axeman.
Yeah.
Axeman, because he looked like he should have dominated that match, and he just looked weak.
Oh, come on, guys. There's only one Axeman.
Curse Axel?
Oh, God.
I'll show you.
The fact that you have a framed picture of the man.
Yeah, it's a little questionable.
Hey, it was like $3 at a yard sale, and my dad was like, I got this for you. And I was like, crap.
First of all, why was it at a yard sale?
See, I don't know. Because, they was like, Curtis Axel, he got Axelmania now, so they had to upgrade, like Beyonce say, they had to upgrade.
Let me upgrade you.
Wow. Anyway, Austin Aries had an interview. Any thoughts on that? Because I didn't write anything about it because it was an Austin Aries.
He just boo Baron Corbin. I got talent, you got luck. That's basically what he said. And
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, speaking of luck, though, like, if he don't believe in luck, does he believe in Andrew Luck? I'm wondering.
Everybody believes in Andrew Luck. I'm just saying.
Except Lamar. Lamar thinks he's trash.
Yeah, well,
But
Lamar's trash.
Hey, he got me great fantasy points in football, so I'm good.
I mean,
I think we got a new person for the fantasy league.
we might. But anyway, we got a backstage segment with Elias Sampson playing really bad guitar again. Basically, this set up a match with Elias Sampson versus Nakamura, so maybe Nakamura's going to kill him, and then we won't have to worry about this gimmick anymore, not going anywhere.
I would take that.
Yeah,
Listen,
I don't see
any thoughts? Any?
You know, no spiral of silence here, because I'm not gonna agree with the majority. I like Elias Sampson. I like him a lot. I like his hair. I like the way he plays guitar. I like that he sings to me. I can go to sleep to it if I need to. But I'm a fan of Elias Sampson. I don't know what it is. It's something about him that catches my eye. And it's probably the guitar. He played the guitar, and I can't play it. So every time somebody come out with a guitar, I get hyped just a little bit. Plus, I like the little saying. I don't know what the saying is, but it's like something about.
You like him and you didn't even know what his saying is.
I don't actually. Something about what NXT don't got or something. I don't know. I won't anywhere near what it was, but it was close. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I'm pulling for Elias Sampson. He is a 10 in my book.
Oh my god.
And also Casey, because I don't get to do this for so long. I can look into his eyes, Casey. I can do it. Sorry, bad E1.
Amy, Miley.
that. Honestly,
Miley was from Idaho.
Samson with the guitar is horrible, but
It's like Xavier Woods with Francesca.
it's horrible.
You love it.
No, I don't love it.
Just-
Look, Jeff Jarrett could pull off the guitar. Honky Tonk Man could pull off the guitar.
Oh God, don't bring up Honky Tonk Man. I hate him with a passion.
Well,
he's
at
real
least he
bad.
could play the guitar.
He
It's
couldn't. He was bad. He sucked.
Give him a different
Elias
instrument.
Sampson, no. But honestly, I don't like the matchup between Elias and Nakamura. I feel it's a little off kilter, to be honest. I don't know. I think just Nakamura's just gonna straight out kill the man.
Which is perfect. It's gonna be a good match.
Right, but like him and Sami Zayn was an epic match. That's not gonna be that way with Nakamura. It's just horrible. I don't know.
So, thoughts on Michael Tarver?
He sucks. He's really bad. He should have never been in NXT in the first place. Oh. You want to talk to me?
I just kind of wanted to see your reaction when I mentioned, because I haven't mentioned Michael Tarver in a while.
No, that's two. That's 2 times you mentioned him in this video. I can't take it.
I mean, because Michael Tarver was an integral member of the Nexus.
He wasn't. He was trash.
I know.
Still trash.
Horrible.
Garbage, even.
Horrible. He was.
Come on now, the man. Okay, his mama was a priest or like something like that. I don't know, but he been raised right. He just trying to do right by his family. Also, I saw something on Facebook the other day about somebody posted like yelling at people for booing Roman Reigns because they're making his daughter cry. I was like,
Making his what cry?
his daughter.
Oh.
He's like, his daughter believes in him, and you're making him cry and blah. I was like, okay. I don't know why that made.
I saw that and I got upset at that because I like Roman Reigns. I don't know. I just thought it was like why bring his daughter into it? Like I get it. I get what he's trying to say, but that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next match in the card.
Nia.
We got Nia Jax versus the one, the only. DJ cannot pronounce her name. Deonna Purrazzo. Deanna's one of the ladies that's in line for my love. She in the line to get my love. It's a line, and they got. Who is that? Why is people be coming into the video?
I told you this was gonna happen.
I know this is
By the way.
Hey, get out of here. Get. But also, anyway, WWE needs to stop making my girl Deonna a jobber, because she real good. She real good. She real good. DJ, you think she's real good? I mean, because Nia Jax is a huge lady.
I thought I was gonna get through one Nia Jax segment match portion without you saying that, but I guess I'm never gonna live that one down. But but I like Nia Jax a lot too. Deonna Purrazzo is trash because she's booked as such. She is booked as such. Um, don't put her in the ring with Nia Jax. Nia Jax is too much of a monster. She is too much of me in 2K to be going up against Deonna Purrazzo. Don't put me on Steph Curry and not expect me to put him on skate. Anyway, this is not me promoting my own 2K greatness. Honestly though, I like Nia Jax a lot. I think she brings something different to the ring. I wish she was more mean though. When she comes out to me, especially in her entrance, it's just awkward to me. Like she has that like weird like it's not even a smile, but it's like she's trying to hide a smile. She's like walking down the ring like, yeah, yeah, I know who I am. You know, like I just think it's weird. Like she has a weird vibe to her when she comes out to the ring. But I like her a lot though. The Samoan drop she hit was epic. I loved it. And then the leg drop for the win. I like Nia Jax. I think she was soon to be. Well, Asuka's going to have to vacate the title because no one's going to ever beat Asuka because it's impossible. She's the best in the world. But Nia Jax, soon to be your NXT Women's Champion of the world and Florida.
After Alexa Bliss.
You don't even love her anymore. She has nothing.
I still got the love for her. I still got the love. Anyway, Amy, Miley, you have the love for Alexa Bliss being the next women's champion.
I love Alexa Bliss.
Exactly. See?
I think Dana will be champion before Alexa will.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Dana. Dana's
Don't
bad.
worry, you can hate me for liking Dana, but I do like Deonna Perez. I don't think she was used well in the match. That was just an old school Divas match that they used to have on the main roster to get through whatever they need to do.
They just needed a women's match, basically, and they're like, let's just put Nia Jax versus Deonna Purrazzo. It works perfect, whatever. I think anybody versus Nia Jax at this point is not fair for any of the women down there, maybe except for Asuka. Yeah. Just because Nia Jax is like a different breed of women. She's
racist.
Samoan. Yeah. She's
racist.
No.
You.
No. She's actually like a woman's wrestler. She's not a model. She's not a bodybuilder. She has the body set where she can be like a strong woman wrestler, and not be just a pretty face that can maybe do like a hip toss.
I wonder how you guys feel about this, because I know after Bayley lost the title and Emma went up to the main roster and Eva Marie went up to the main roster, I was confused on who's the next in line, because it seemed like either Emma or Eva Marie would be the next in line, but now I'm real confused.
For the title or to move up?
No, for the title. Next in line for the title.
None. I don't think they're anywhere near that yet.
It's going to be me in a wig. I'm coming. Making my debut.
No.
Sister Grapefruit coming to...
I think, honestly, it's either Sasha or Becky right now who's going to take the title from Charlotte, and then they're going to pull someone, the older, I guess you could say older veterans, like Paige or Natalya or Naomi, to take the title from one of them. Right now, they're only focused on NXT diva or women right now, the former NXT women. They're not really doing too much with the current roster of women. So, to be honest, it's just either Sasha or Becky. Go for Becky.
For NXT, Carmella's going to be the next one champion. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I forgot about her.
It's going to be
I haven't
Carmella.
seen her in like
a
couple of weeks.
They totally took her from Enzo and Chaos because she wants to be the NXT Women's Champion. They are separating them. She was strong in the fight versus Bayley. Bayley versus Asuka was amazing. It's going to be Asuka, Carmella. It's going to be something along those lines.
But
she can't beat Asuka.
There's no way
you never know. They might do something completely crazy where all of a sudden you're like, how did Carmella win?
Oh, I no, she can't do it. Only way she beats Asuka if it's by a roll-up.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't see that when
No.
I see Asuka having that title for a while.
But
5 years.
Honestly, they need to
Forever.
put Asuka up to the main roster where she can actually have some decent competition. And Natty and Tamina, even like Paige might be a good matchup. To be honest, someone stronger in actual background in wrestling, because some of the models, like models and bodybuilders, cannot hold up to her. Asuka's MMA.
Explain. Who are you saying are these models and bodybuilders? I'm curious.
Well, Dana, Alexa, Carmella. You want me to continue?
Yes, do it.
Whoa,
Mandy,
I just wanted you to hit a nerve.
Oh.
Waiting.
Mandy, Eva.
Eva. Who else? I mean, the only one that's down there in the roster that's pure wrestling might be Nia Jax, and I don't know. There's like maybe one or two other that we don't really see on the live events, but they're on the roster still somewhere down there. They just do little house shows.
I mean, I think there's a bunch of them that if WWE builds them up, they could be really big. Like, I
Yeah.
think Deonna Purrazzo could.
Don't you say that. Don't you say
Why would
those
you
words.
say
I
that?
know-
I agree. She's moldable. I just think they have to work with them better to make them better wrestlers and not just the look.
But I mean, a lot of them still came from the indies too.
Right.
I mean,
a lot of
they
the
dropped the ball on one. They dropped the ball on the best one they had. Santana Garrett.
Yeah, they did.
My bae. My boo. My wife.
Easily have been
I
something.
love Santana Garrett.
I do too. She can easily be something. There are some great indie women wrestlers out there, but right now they just signed like 3 women bodybuilders and stuff like that. I don't think they're searching hard enough.
Fitness models.
I don't think they're searching hard enough for the actual wrestling background. Is what
They also like to build their own stars too.
exactly.
I feel like they brought a couple of them up too quick. Like they could have kept Becky down a little bit more, just because I think out of the 4 horsewomen, she's kind of the one that they've pushed the lead. It feels like to me. They definitely pushed Sasha. Sasha's huge. Charlotte's huge because of her dad. Bailey's huge, but I feel like they could have kept Becky down there as more of a kind of one of the established women in NXT. Because right now, other than, like we've been saying, Nia Jax and Bailey, there's really nobody else. I mean, Carmella, but we have no idea where she's at. But anyway, let's move on, because we got into a little bit of a thing there.
We should just have a podcast dedicated to women's wrestling, and we can settle all of our scores.
We might do an episode if you guys want to join us. We wanted to talk with you guys about basically the change from divas to women in WWE. But anyway, let's move on to
Main event.
There's an interview. There is an interview, ma'am.
Who is that?
There is an interview with Bailey talking about, Ava Marie facing Asuka because, dear God, why?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
All chance in hell that is going to be a good match.
I mean, this almost made me forget about the fact that Bailey let Izzy down, her biggest fan, and ruined her whole life by losing the women's championship. I'm just saying, but, oh God, why? You can't wrestle. You can't. It's just a thing that is. You can't do it.
You just love her.
The only thing I have to say, Casey, for this is hashtag give Eva a chance.
There we go.
Hashtag Eva had a chance and she still can't wrestle. She had her own private.
Hashtag have you actually given her a chance?
She had her own private coach and she still can't wrestle.
You haven't given her a chance since she came back, though. You've always been like, oh, she sucks. She comes back. Oh, she sucks.
I gave her a chance in that first match when she came back.
It wasn't even a bad match.
She let me
It was
down.
barely a match.
She let me down. I have very high standards, and she let me down. Anyway, Apollo Crews versus Samoa Joe. I'm giving this match to DJ because yeah, I didn't write any notes on it.
Of course. See, because okay, that was a match, and Apollo Crews was in it. Samoa Joe was in it. This is how Casey does when he doesn't write notes. But I thought this match was very back and forth, but still dominant from Joe's perspective, which I wasn't surprised about. Um, I like at the end where Joe reversed the lifting, the throwing power bomb thingy that Cruz does, and then taps him out with the rear naked choke. I thought this match was good. I think it was hard to come into it with an open mind that Cruz wasn't going to job out because you knew he was going to job out. But I'm hoping for better things from Cruz on the main roster. Um, I know Joe just won the title at a house show not too long ago, or like last night or something. I think actually was what it was. But and that's interesting. I wonder how that's going to play out. And I'm wondering how much they recorded in advance, and is that going to mess with their recordings? Now, I mean, I think they would be smart enough to not let that mess with their recordings, but you never know. But I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good match. Miley and Amy, any thoughts?
It was okay. It was mainly to make Joe look strong, and they honestly hinted toward Finn losing that title. If you pay attention to Corey Graves, he's stating more than once that anything can happen at NXT Live show on a couple different occasions. So, in my opinion, right there, that's set up for something that's going to happen. What was it? Apollo Crews has this wonderful, like, standing drop kick or something.
Oh, it was beautiful. So they were doing an Irish whip. Apollo Crews, frog jump. He did the log roll, and then he went to a drop kick, and it was amazing. That was my favorite part of the entire match, probably, which was kind of ridiculous, but it wasn't even like a giant part. It was just so beautiful. It showed his agility as a wrestler.
And the way he can put things together, too. He can tell a great story and put on a great match, in my opinion. And he's just there to put Joe over. NXT loves Apollo, so it's pretty simple. And he's getting one hell of a push on the main roster, so he's destined for a title at some point. It's awesome. He's awesome to see live.
There was like 6 hair touches just in that.
I used to go touch it now.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna touch it off camera. Okay.
As she's touching her hair that no one can see right now.
But I know it's frizzy. It's frizzy because it's rainy here and it's warm and it feels gross and it's like half curly, half straight. It doesn't know what it wants to do.
Anyway, yeah, I thought this was a good match. It's just I'm so confused with Cruz right now because they had him on the main roster, but then they throw him back in NXT, and it's like, okay, is he on the main roster or is he on NXT? They need to decide what they're doing with him because honestly, he could go either way. I think he could be good still in NXT. He can be great on the main roster. As for Finn losing the title, I don't have a problem with him losing the title because that opens more storylines on the main roster, possibly. But I think DJ will sort of agree with me. It was kind of the same with the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic where a lot of the matches they had on house shows or live events. That's great, but I want to see they should at least have a part on like the network where they have these matches so we can see these matches. I know they're probably going to show like clips of it, but I want to see the whole match. I don't want to hear he lost the title and not see the match. It kind of takes away from it a little bit, but it is a surprise.
Right.
I don't know.
Honestly, they do that to test crowds and everything. It's kind of a tester because they will have someone win it on a house show and then lose it that next house show if it's not going well. They did it in Cleveland a few different times. Like someone won the WWE World Heavyweight title at a house show, lost it that next one, and the person was champion again. It's just to test the crowd to see where it goes. And honestly, I think it opens up the door for Finn to show up on Monday Night Raw with Anderson and Gallows and
Payback.
And he's going to go with heel. I think he's going to go heel, though, fully. I think that's where he's going to turn. Because Gallows and Anderson are going to go against AJ Styles.
He needs to be heel.
Finn is a phenomenal heel because in New Japan Pro Wrestling, when he was with them, he was amazing. I love his work in New Japan. And honestly, I think that's where that's going. But they just tested the crowd, and honestly, I don't think the WWE would have announced it if it didn't go well.
Yeah.
So, it works.
But I do want to see the actual match.
It'll be somewhere. They're not going to not have it.
It's just annoying that it wasn't live for people to watch. I think that's like an exciting thing, especially when he just went from being like the longest reigning NXT champion to, sorry, you guys don't get to see this match live or right now at all.
And I think that was a big clue too when they said that he was the longest reigning, that he just surpassed. I think it was it Adrian Neville that he was the longest before him?
Yeah.
But I think that was definitely a hint right there that he was going to lose it. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just excited to see what they do with Samoa Joe, and then see who's next in line for the title.
Oh. Who can they match with Samoa Joe? That's the question. There's not too many guys in NXT right now that can go against that behemoth.
Nakamura, but I don't know if they...
It would be interesting, but at the same time, Nakamura would have to go at a slower pace because Joe, when you face Joe, it's 90% that you go at his pace because he's not good with cardio at all. We can see this.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that's going to look. I mean, Nakamura is an extremely fast-paced person. We saw that with Sami Zayn, and in his New Japan matches, ridiculously quick.
Yeah.
I don't foresee that being a good matchup. Like, Austin Aries and Nakamura, phenomenal. Make it happen, please. Somebody.
I've been giving you guys hints all night to who the next challenger for the NXT Championship of the World in Florida is going to be. And I'll give you one more.
So it's going to be the shortest jobber match in history.
Yes.
All right.
No, he's going to win. He's gonna shock the world.
You know what Joe's going to do? Go hit a clutch, and he'll be down for the 10 count. That's where you get your perfect 10. He's counting down.
But I don't know. I still think Nakamura could, because if you really watch, like I was watching another podcast and they were saying that if you watch like Nakamura's matches in New Japan versus his matches in WWE so far, it is completely different. He's a lot slower paced than he was in New Japan. His moveset is obviously cut down because WWE does that anyway with whoever. And they compared Sami Zayn too to his Ring of Honor days. It's a lot different. So I mean, they could possibly do it. It's just I don't know.
It'd be kind of really hard though.
Yeah.
I just don't see it working out too well. And they're bringing in another New Japan star, so they might have him and Nakamura go at it. He should Tommy. I can't pronounce his name, but he's really good. He should Tommy or something like that. You don't even know. Terrible.
Don't look at me.
Terrible.
Why don't you know?
I don't pronounce anybody's names right.
No, she does.
I thought she was just gonna start playing with her hair again.
She is.
Oh, she did. She did.
You just said it. Oh, God. I can't stand you guys.
Yeah.
Jerk money.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, but that was our NXT review for 420. Good show. It's still a little bit on the jobber heavy side, which I feel like the past couple weeks has been like that since TakeOver Dallas. We've seen a lot of jobber matches, which should not happen in NXT. It is a developmental system where everyone should look good. You shouldn't have these jobber matches at all, in my opinion, being developmental. Um, it doesn't look good. How do you have so and so, job every week and then expect us to care when you try to push them up to the main roster? It just doesn't work. Um,
Not at all.
we have memories. We remember these things. We're not, we don't.
I agree. And just because I remember Angelo Dawkins jobbing out doesn't mean I don't want the Curse of Greatness. I'm gonna get both of those headbands. I'm gonna start wearing them every day. Curse of Greatness.
Terrible.
Oh god.
All right. Well, the Curse of Greatness is not ever gonna happen because, yeah, you keep eating that bootios. You eat them bootios. Don't be booty. But definitely give us a follow, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, do other things with the video that are appropriate. Not.
Oh my god. It was me, it was Amy.
Don't do that to the video. That's not nice.
Don't throw the video around. Don't do that.
That was Miley's setup, by the way.
But follow the Twitters, and I just realized that we did not put our lower thirds up at all during this video. But
So act like we put them up and keep going.
yeah. So you can look at a previous video of ours and see the Twitter. Follow the Twitter, because it's that you should do, because we don't post on Twitter. We really don't. But you should follow it anyway. But who you can follow is those two, Amy and Miley. They post a lot.
Oh, we do. We do.
They be posting every day. I mean, where can they follow you, lovely peoples? Geography.
It's DD_Amy_Miley. Except Miley is MYLIE.
That's how you spell it. I'm just saying. So, like, weird.
That's how you spell it. God. I don't know where Idaho is, but I know how to spell Miley.
It's to the west.
Really? So, if I were in Ohio, okay, and I wanted to go to Detroit, Michigan, which way would I go?
West. West.
Just west? If I just go west, I'll get to Detroit.
Northwest.
That is, I mean,
Accurate.
If you ever want geography help,
You go
please
west.
do not
and you
tweet
go
us
slightly
or her.
north. It's somewhere over here. There's a lake.
Never tweet Miley about geography. I'm pretty decent. They're pretty decent.
I know.
Never Miley. But if you want to have fun, feel free to send us geography questions and I'll make her answer them.
do that. We will have an episode where you tweet us questions from Miley about geography, specifically geography, nothing else. Nothing else. Just geography. And make them as hard as you can.
Oh, why would you say that?
Or as easy, because you still won't get them.
I know some stuff.
If I was in
Really?
San Juan, where would I be?
Arizona. New Mexico. Mexico. Texas.
She was going to get it. She's like, Mexico, Albuquerque, Texas, Mexico.
It's one of those
Anyway.
places.
But we will see you on the dippity that is flippity that DJ doesn't like me to say anymore. But we will see you then, and we might have another video coming out depending on if Amy and Miley want to stick around with us, if they don't have other things to do, which they probably do, because they're so busy in their life with helping people move, and then, playing with the hair. They have a busy schedule. They got busy schedules, but we will see you whenever that does happen.
Yes.
Bye.